friends, I welcome you in my channel Planetsatplay. I have discussed about 8 houses in my earlier videos. 8th house is a house of closed relationship, joint finances, psychic knowledge, transformation and regeneration. This house, the 8th house, pushes us to transform and regenerate according to the changing circumstances. When we go through the difficulties and then we emerge renewed, cleaned and wiser about ourselves. When we face problem, we become wiser and we regenerate ourselves. And life in general, in general, our attitude gets changed when we face a problem, and when we come out through those problems, we really see a different perspective of the life. So 8th house teaches us about this kind of meaning of the life. So the 9th house, which is naturally associated with Jupiter and Sagittarius sign, pushes us to accept something higher, our belief, our philosophy and our religion. We try to know that who we are, what is our purpose. When we go through difficulties, then we start searching the answer, that why me, that why it has happened only to me, not to others. And at that time, when we come to, after clearing the 8th house, we come to the 9th house, and 9th house is naturally associated with Jupiter and Sagittarius sign, which pushes us to accept something higher, our belief, philosophy and religion. We try to know who we are, what is our purpose, why do we have come into this world, all these kind of answers, that why only me, that why it has happened with me. So we seek truth here. We make an effort to understand the underlying patterns and basic law which governs our life. You must have noticed that some people make losses in business despite being intelligent, and when they try job, they become successful. So many people, they make successful career, but they fall in relationship, they fail. They can't make, they are not good in relationship. So all these kind of sufferings of 8th house forces us in the direction of to find out the meaning of our existence. And if suffering is linked with failure, with a failure to live in accordance to the law, then discovering and surrendering ourselves to Supreme might decrease the pain, because when we know that we failed in relationship because of our karma, that's why we start believing in God, that these were our karma, that's why we suffered. So we feel that we can, it's okay, that if it is God's wishes, then what can I do? Then I have to live this way, These kind of attitude the person develop. Human being needs meaning to understand their life. They need firm belief, ideas and principle on which on the basis of which they can live their life. Without meaning and principle, we become confused. We have nothing to hope for. We have no reason to struggle or for, and we don't know in which direction our life is going, So all these kind of answers we get through the 9th house. We can create the meaning and principle to live our life, and we can try and understand what are God or Supreme's intention and plan to understand our life. And it is exactly opposite to 3rd house, where 3rd house shows the logic and facts, whereas the 9th house shows abstracts and intuitions. The ruler of 3rd house is Mercury, the planet of language and communication, expression, whereas the ruler of 9th house is Jupiter, the planet of optimism, enthusiasm and hope. Facts are collected in third house, but its meaning and conclusions are drawn in the ninth house. We collect the facts in the third house, but what is the meaning of those logics and the facts? Whatever material we have collected, we take out the meaning from ninth house. Third house is linked with the left side of brain, and ninth house is linked with the right side of brain. And left side of our brain takes the measurement and snapshots, and ninth house understand the patterns, and it can watch in movies. In movies nothing is in the fact. Movies is different than drama. We cannot see anything, but we can imagine that this is the scene. The third house rules immediate environment, short travels, and sibling. Ninth house rules view life from distance. It just see life from the from the place that we are not involved only, but we can see that place. And long travels, abroad travels, understanding other culture, religion, and foreigners. All these matters we understand through ninth house. When we travel and mix with people of other culture and tradition, our outlook on life gets expanded. When we struggle and gets confused with our day-to-day mundane matters, or mundane or like there are a lot of arguments in someone's domestic environment, the person may really find it difficult to live in these circumstances. But when he travel or create distance, when he see it from far, then he develop different perspective to understand his problem, or why there are so many arguments in the house. These kind of whatever we can see our environment, immediate environment from third house, but the meaning of this our immediate environment, the understanding we develop to the ninth house. The third house shows our relatives and sibling, whereas ninth house shows our in-laws. Third house is the basic education. Ninth house shows higher studies. First house show my identity. Seventh house shows my partner. Second house shows my possession. Eighth house shows our joint possession, our possession, or the joint resources. Third house shows I think, and ninth house shows we think. So ninth house shows the thought structure at collective level. When a lot of people are thinking in the same direction, that direction we try to understand through the ninth house. Seventh house shows the lower court, but ninth house shows higher courts, and publishing, advertising, promotions, all these matters, they get covered under the ninth house. As it is, ninth house is like spreading idea on a larger scale. Third house covers the matter of immediate concern, but ninth house covers matters which are further away, up, or which are coming in the future, or which are right now we don't have, but if we can see these kind of problems in the future. The environment issues, the water issues, all these are ninth house matters. So invention, discoveries, research, exploration, all these things comes under ninth house. The internet, e-commerce, export, import also comes under the ninth house. So the ninth house is associated with hope. We look into the future, what is yet to unfold. Depending on the sign, planets, and aspects, we see future full of hope and promises, And if a person has sun in the ninth house, then he can be a traveler, educationist, he can be involved in research, he can achieve recognition abroad, or he may be interested in knowing other cultures, religious books, or legal issues. And if a person has moon in the ninth house, then the person may be philosophical, or he may want to have more and more knowledge. He may feel secure if he has a lot of knowledge, because moon shows the security. If he may care and nurture his belief and culture, and he may be attached to his cultures and beliefs. Mercury in the ninth house shows that the person can be broadcaster, or he can be in publishing business. He may be curious to understand the meaning of life, or he may be good in spreading the idea. And Venus in the ninth house, maybe then the person can be a diplomat, or he can be an ambassador. He may enjoy traveling. Mars in the ninth house means that a person can fight for his belief, or he may enjoy exploring risky places. Jupiter in ninth house tells that a person can be a teacher or a preacher, or a person who is guiding other people, or he is the healer. He can be a healer. He may travel for an educational purpose. Saturn in the ninth house means that he can have very strict moral ethics, or he can be a disciplinarian. He may go for higher studies in law, politics and research. Uranus in ninth house means that he can have radical views on education. He may present his ideas in an unusual manner, or he may be a technocrat. And ninth house, Neptune in the ninth house may show that a person can be an idealist, or he may have a willingness to sacrifice himself for his belief. He may be an idealistic and may face disappointment when he finds that other people are not up to his expectation, because the Neptune creates illusion, and ninth house creates stranger. So when other people, when they don't live up to his expectation, then then the person can be disappointed, or he may find that other people are just mortals, they are not God. And Pluto in the ninth house may give the person investigative mind, or he may have to face difficult condition during traveling. In Vedic astrology, it is called a Bhagyasthan. It is a Trikona Sthan, and it is a Lakshmi Sthan. It is a place of teacher, and first teacher of a child is his father. So in Vedic astrology, it is also called Pitaka Sthan. It's we can see father from the ninth house. The house signifies fame, prestige, religion, religious journey, meditation, donation, good deeds. All these matters, they come under the ninth house matters. And puja, intuition, government favor, intuitions, these are also part of the ninth house. And the body part ruled by ninth house is thighs. So this is my analysis of the ninth house. Thank you.